Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus and I'm back. And um I had someone ask me, well they responded to the last video I put up about using lanes mode on the Akai Force and the step sequencer. And um forgot the person's name. Can't remember it right now, but they were from the Netherlands. Shout out to the Netherlands. And I promised them that I was going to do this video going into another mode that's within the step sequencer, which is 8x8 poly. Okay, so what you do first, pull up like a key group or plugin. This is just standard plugin. Project. When you open it up, you get a plugin and you get an audio clip. I don't need the audio clip, so I'm gonna delete that. And I just got this plugin, and I'm gonna let's pick something that we know. I'm gonna pick a piano, right? So you see I got the piano, right? And we're gonna open the clip. Now, I'm gonna make this clip 2 bars. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Now what you do to take advantage of this, go in the notes, do the notes all the way to the piano layout. This is the piano layout. You got 4 octaves. Just like you will see this on the launch pad, you can configure a mode where you have 4 octaves of a keyboard. I personally, I do not own a push currently. But in the future, Lord willing, if I purchase one, I'll figure out if they have this mode on here. But I do know they have this mode on the launch pad. So I'm very familiar with this. So you have notes mode and you have it in this setup. Piano, right? And I'm gonna show why. Now, go to step sequencer, right? And you're gonna go all the way to poly 8x8. Now, what I will do, because I'm making chord progression, I'm gonna set this to a bar, right? The time divisions, you normally start on 16, which is this one, eighths, a quarter, a bar, 32, 64. And then the blue over there is the triplet, if you want to set it to triplets. So I'm gonna set it to a bar, right? So I got 2 bars right here. So the way it works, you can punch notes in. So let's make an easy chord progression. Let's do a C chord to a G chord, a 1 to the 5. So I'm gonna spell it out. I'm gonna push C, oh, go up, oops, excuse me. My bad. Pushed the wrong button. C, E, G, right? Right? And then I'm gonna go and spell a G chord. So I'm gonna G as a bass note. B, and we're gonna keep it in the 2nd octave, so I'm gonna choose D right here. So it's an inversion, right? And basically that's how you can spell your chords. Now, right? That's how you will use this method. Oh, I found this to be the best way to do it when I'm making chords. Um, if I'm going to use this layout. Now, yeah, you could have made a regular C or G chord using the other methods, but let's just get a little spicy. I like to get spicy, so let's get a little spicy. So we're going to turn that C chord into C major. Put a sharp 11. I'm gonna put a 9. Right? And then the 7th chord, or this G chord, we're gonna make it into G. Let's go F. And we'll put a C on this one. Sharp 11. Right. So now I done made these chords pretty full. And this is an easy way that you can write up real exotic chords or whatever. And, you know, let's humanize it. Because anytime you put the chords in like this, I prefer that you humanize it just so that it doesn't feel so rigid, right? Right? And then I also would suggest that you hold down the step sequence button and put it back to 16. So when you make adjustments, select all. And let's adjust some of the endpoints. Right, and let's adjust some of the volume so it's not so intense. Right, and now you got this. Easy. And now with these extra steps, I can add in melodies or different notes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you can use the Poly 8x8. Now, I wish Akai, and I wish anybody that watched this that is a Force user, that they will suggest to Akai that they do a function on it that allow you to, let's go to notes. Say you in chromatic mode and you play a chord, right? And then you go here and then you can push that whole chord into the particular step that you will like. All the other, for the most part, most products out there allow you to do something like that. I feel that will be a great improvement to this type of step sequencer mode for the key groups and the plugins. If I want to play a chord, right, in chromatic mode, go to the step sequencer on the Poly 8x8 and just punch it in. But it only takes it one note at a time. That's why I built the chord the way I did when I did this demonstration. So that's how you use the Poly 8x8. To recap what you do, go to notes mode. You can either use the chromatic like this, or I would suggest use the piano layout, which is a little bit easier to visualize, and then set the step sequencer to Poly 8x8, right, which is the last mode on the suggestions for the key groups and the plugins. And if you want to, you can set the time division however you want. Typically I use a bar. It's just a little bit easier if I just want to lay down chords, right? set your time, you know, how many steps you want, and then start going back and forth. Pick a note, go to it, punch it in, pick another note, go back, punch it in. And that's how you do it. Add some humanization to it, adjust it how you want. Now you got your chord progression. So with that, hopefully this was helpful. Until the next time, Mike out. Be blessed.